Hey everyone, this is Heart Capricorn. Today I will be discussing the things that you will never understand about Capricorns. Now, the first point that I want to make is you will never truly understand why a Capricorn disconnect. Now, I do bring up this point only because there is a lot of chatter always about how unemotional Capricorns are, how detached Capricorns always seem to the people that they love or to even strangers. And really, when a Capricorn is giving off those emotions, Capricorns are definitely disconnected in those type of situations and in those moments. And why a Capricorn detaches or why a Capricorn may disconnect is definitely a mystery. I mean, I can give you so many cliche reasons why I feel like Capricorns may retreat and why they disconnect, but in reality, those are definitely personal issues tied to each individual. Does astrology or your zodiac sign play a part in your characteristics? I believe wholeheartedly that it does. But I also believe wholeheartedly that there are a lot of factors that go into our personality. It's just not all about astrology, but it does play a big part. But there are environmental factors, how we were raised, and who we were around growing up or who we are around today in the present time. And I like mentioning that every so often, only because I do want people to understand that just because you're a Capricorn, you're not going to necessarily have each and every characteristic or trait of a Capricorn, and that's okay. So for people to wonder why Capricorns detach, it's honestly personal. Are there specific reasons why Capricorns in general will disconnect, like certain triggers that Capricorns may have? Of course, I do believe that also, but you will never truly understand why a Capricorn is disconnected or why a Capricorn is detached or pulling away from you unless you ask them, unless you genuinely care, unless you genuinely want to know what's going on in their lives. And so you will fully never understand why Capricorns disconnect unless you have that conversation with them and unless you truly get to know what their triggers are or how they move. But I can tell you from my perspective of Capricorns and what I know about Capricorns, the main reason why Capricorns pull back or you see Capricorns retreating is definitely us just needing our personal space. And Capricorns pull back and retreat definitely because we have to regroup. We have to get our mind right. Capricorns can slip so quick into depression or slip so quick into thinking negative thoughts that we do have to regroup and get ourselves back on track by taking that personal time alone just to get our mind right. Like, that's so important for Capricorns to do. And so you will never understand why a Capricorn is disconnected unless you honestly, genuinely care about that Capricorn and want to know what's going on with them. But I can say that sometimes there aren't any reasons why Capricorns disconnect or retreat and want to be alone. Sometimes, most of the time, Capricorns just like being by ourselves. And that's one thing that I love about being a Capricorn. I don't need to have people around me every minute of the day to feel fulfilled or satisfied. I am completely okay with my own company. And I'm honestly learning how to let people in and let people into my space and being more social with others because I'm not that social, okay? I don't know if that's a Capricorn thing or a personal thing. I think it's a mixture of both. But honestly, sometimes Capricorns don't even have specific reasons why they are retreating or disconnecting. So why a Capricorn is disconnected, you may never know unless you want to get down to the nitty gritty, lend that Capricorn a listening ear and get to know them genuinely. The next thing that you may necessarily never understand about a Capricorn is definitely our resilience. And I'm saying resilience because a Capricorn's bounce back game is so smooth, it's so quick, and it's always intentional. Capricorns are always ready and willing to take on a new challenge, and ultimately, we are after anything that is going to improve our lives or our lifestyle. And naturally, with that type of mentality, there comes failures, there comes setbacks. Everything can line up against you while you are trying to reach your goals. And so in a Capricorn's mind, we always have to be ready for everything. When it comes to reaching our goals and when it comes to improving ourselves, we are not afraid to take those risks that we know are going to benefit us in the end. And so we have to be ready for failure if it comes. It may not come. You may have a smooth transition into whatever you're doing, but Capricorns are always going to be ready for anything. Capricorns like to stay ready so we don't have to get ready and scramble at the end trying to get everything together. Capricorns always are ready for our comeback. We're ready to come out on top. So Capricorn's comeback game is always strong. Even when we seem down and out, even when we seem like everything is just crumbling around us or things are not going how we want to go, Capricorns have the ability to always get ourselves back on track towards what we want to do. Capricorns are not the type who will lay down and sulk and have pity for ourselves for too long. We bounce back, we get up, we keep moving, we dust ourselves off because we know that in the end, our hard work is always going to pay off. And as a collective group, Capricorns are mentally strong. We are able to use our intelligence and our smarts to get through any type of situation. And for the most part, many Capricorns have a good understanding about what is going on around us. We're not easily manipulated. We're not easily thrown off our track. If we have our mind set on something, then that is what we are going to do. Things could be completely falling apart for a Capricorn, but there is something that is in us that will never, ever let us get up, never, ever let us be defeated and just throw our hands up and just be done with the situation if it's what we really, really want. Capricorns will go after it tirelessly, and we get what we want in the end. This is one of the main reasons why Capricorns are able to always get what we want and come out on top. I one time saw this phrase or this quote that just honestly is always in the back of my mind every time I'm doing something or every time something doesn't go as I plan it. And the quote is, "You do not fail until you quit." When you quit is when you fail. So if you've never quit and keep going after what you want, you have not failed. And I saw that quote and that just resonated so much in my life as a Capricorn and as the person that I am, that quitting is never in my vocabulary. Quitting is never in a Capricorn's vocabulary. Capricorns are extremely resilient and can survive things that would have broke the average person down. Capricorns will simply not lay down and give up. And that is one of the main things that I love about a Capricorn. And it is one of the main things that a lot of people admire about a Capricorn. And I know you other zodiac signs wish you could be as good as a Capricorn when it comes to our resilience. And the last thing that you will never understand about a Capricorn is our patience. Now, I know some people are looking at the screen like, what does she mean patience? A lot of the Capricorns that I know do not have patience. They always irritable, they're moody. And yes, I get it. We sometimes are. But I'm definitely talking about a Capricorn's patience when it comes to reaching our goals and getting what we want out of life. That is when you will see a Capricorn's true patience kick in. A Capricorn's patience definitely comes into play when we have put in our hard work and our dedication, and it's time to wait for that hard work to pay off. Capricorns know that in the end, we will always get what we want. We will always thrive. We will always have that patience to let everything play out how it's supposed to. Do your part how you're supposed to do your part, put the work in, and then lay back and just wait for everything to happen and everything to flourish how you want it to. Capricorns always know that our hard work will be rewarded, and that is a belief system and the patience that a Capricorn has to be able to be content in that time that it may take to actually see the fruits of our labor flourish. That is when a Capricorn's true patience comes in, when everybody is on edge, waiting for things to happen for them quickly without doing much work or just doing things half-assed. A Capricorn isn't stressing because we know that we've put in that work and we know that our patience is going to kick in and everything is going to work out how it should be. And so that is when you will see a Capricorn truly shine. And that is when you see a Capricorn using our patience. Okay, so those were my quick little things that I think that people will never understand about a Capricorn. Down below, as Capricorns, what are some things that you think that other people will never understand about us, even if they tried so hard? I really want to hear what you guys have to say down below. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and you'll be sure to hear from me soon. All right, bye-bye.